What is up, Go World? It's me, your boy JDZ, and I'm back at you again with another Goat Format video. The Go Format War League is underway again. We are currently in week 1, and I wanted to kick up the feature matches again. And what a great match to start with. The match that I'm going to be featuring today includes two long-term champions of our game. In the red corner, I have Crashvolt, aka Kyle Lopez. He won SJC in 2006 in Seattle. In the blue corner, I have Jonathan Labounty, long-standing champion. He won SJC in Washington, D.C. They crushed the game then, and they are continuing to crush the game now. Labounty representing Team Rampage as the captain, and Crashvolt representing the captain of the Instinct side of the Ultra Instinct Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling team. So I think it's going to be a fantastic match. It's a great for newer players to pick up on it, watch the match, maybe you can learn something, because once you get to this level of play, there's not going to be a lot of misplays. It really only boils down to who breaks first and deck choices and matchups and how the cards flow. So if you're new to the format, make sure you pay attention. If you are returning to the game, make sure you also pay attention, because you can point out some of the plays that you would have done differently in that same situation. So in the red corner, again, Instincts versus OG Rampage Gorilla unit. So we're going to hop right on into it without further ado. But as always, make sure you get into the like, get into the subscribe, and let's make it happen. Okay, so we got rock, paper, scissors. We're going to go rock. We're going to go rock. We're going to go paper. We are going to go scissors. So Labounty is going to go first. If you're new to this game, if you don't know already, there's no reason to go second and go format. Always go first. Always go first. Always go first. You're at a significant advantage if you go first. So the blue corner is going to be going first. Open the Liquid Duo, Sakura's Armor, Blacklist Soldier, Solemn Judgment, Kaiko to go destroy, and Nomen to cross out. Okay. In the red corner is going to have Delinquent Duo, Metamorphosis Scapegoat, Book of Moon, and Magician of Faith. So it appears that we have a control strategy versus a warrior strategy. In the Go Format War League, you really don't know the deck that you're going to be facing up against. You have an idea because you can kind of determine the team you're going to be playing against and the players you might be playing against, but you don't know exactly who you're going to be playing against. So Labounty obviously is going to be playing his patent pending warrior strategy. Crashvolt can play a lot of different decks, usually between control and aggro based strategy. So that's how it all kind of shook out. Delinquent Duo is going to be played right away, hitting the 4, discarding the Metamorphosis, discarding Magician of Faith. So now with that Metamorphosis being discarded, Labounty now knows that Crash is playing a control-based strategy. So based on how how Goat format works, typically the control deck will have an advantage over the warrior strategy, just based on how the two strategies play against each other. So Labounty has to be slightly disappointed to see that Crashvolt elected to go with the control strategy. Labounty probably would rather play a mirror and less of the Goat decks. So Kaiko is going to be slammed after setting 3, pass back over to Crashvolt. Crashvolt, let's see how he breaks it down. He got a couple lines he can take here. He's going to go ahead and elect to go Tsukiyomi and try to clear the Kaiko right away, and it will meet Sakuretsu armor. And they're going to just set them all and throw it back over to Labounty. Labounty draws it to the DD Warrior Lady, flips the Kaiko to go destroy. That was set by Tsukiyomi, and elects to try to pound in. All right, so we're going to do the 18. 18 will not connect. We're going to go ahead and meet the scapegoat, but Labounty's like, I don't have time to be picking off these goats. I want to kind of maintain my aggression. I'll maintain my initiative, and elects to use a Solemn Judgment here, negating the scapegoats. Not a bad, even though that is a hefty cost, 3,500 life points to do that. So maybe that might come up. We'll see. So it banishes both of the light and dark, knocking chaos offline, setting the Royal Decree, passing it back over. So Kaiko is going to continue to press, punch another 18 right into Crashvolt's health, setting another trap, and the Royal Decree is flipped. So Royal Decree against the warrior strategy, especially having it main deck, is going to do dividends, because warriors play a ton of traps, obviously, if you didn't know. And having Royal Decree, especially in the main deck, up and activated, can kind of really halt the Warriors' game plan and what they're trying to do. So he's going to draw the scapegoat, set the scapegoats, flip the DD Warrior Lady, and punch in with both again. Another set of scapegoats will be revealed, stifling the attack of the blue corner. So he's going to elect to probably just peel off 2 of these scapegoats, throw it back over. Breaker the Magical Warrior is down. Full body, fully retained Breaker with counter is on the field. No need to really pop that counter and waste it, because you do have the Royal Decree, and you can be pretty confident that these are either trap cards or cards you don't have to worry about. Could have been Book of Moon. It would have been played. Breaker's just going to go run over the Kaiko and then play the Delinquent Duo that was set from turn 1 and get full value out of it from a warrior strategy. The duo is going to be dead a lot of times against warriors past turn 1. But getting full value out of it is pretty cool. He's going to go ahead and go for reinforcements of the army here. Let's see what the grab's going to be. Reinforcement army is going to be Blade Knight. Blade Knight, full value Blade Knight is going to be able to clean up this Breaker, the Magic Warrior, but it's going to meet the Book of the Moon. The Book of Moon is going to be played, and he's going to elect to go ahead and crash the DD Warrior Lady into the Breaker and send it both out of play. Something that Labounty is probably thinking about is keeping the Chaos play offline for the red corner. You know, he's he's done a great job of that so far. And Crash does just so happen to draw the BLS, so plan seems to be working, but he continues to draw trap card after trap card, and the Royal Decree is paying dividends. So Snatch Steal is now drawn. So Snatch Steal is played, and we're going to send 2,000 right back to the hitbox of the blue corner, bringing him down to 1,000 life points. So he's going to draw another trap card. So Royal Decree is paying for itself in bushes right now, and he's going to then draw the Chaos Command Magician, which is some spice alert. Heavy spice on the Chaos Command Magician. Going to sacrifice the Blade Knight and then punch in for a win. It was a series of fortunate draws for the red corner. Labounty did everything he could trying to push the initiative. Maybe the Solemn Judgment might have been a little hasty. I don't think so. I think he made the right play at the right time, given the information that he had available to himself, and it just happened to work out for the red corner. So now side decking, I expect to see from the blue corner, I expect to see Assura Priest, I expect to see King Tiger Wangoos, I expect to see Book of Moons, I expect to see everything that Warrior players play to kind of help themselves in this matchup. It's a very hard matchup, game one for the Warrior player. For the red corner, I expect to see maybe more beaters come in, Berserk Gorilla, some Buyer of the Dark, etc., to kind of stave off the assault from the Warrior player. So let's see how game two goes. Game two, again, no reason to ever go second to start this off. I can't think of one. If you guys know a reason to go second, let me know and I will debate that fact. So both players, again, opening one single piece of Trinity. That is the same one. I love when that happens. Pot of Greed is played. And we're going to go ahead and set the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer, set the Solemn Judgment, set the Call of Hunted. I think that's pretty cool because a lot of Warrior players, or any player that's worth their salt, knows keeping Nobleman Cross out in your main deck playing against Warriors game two is a mistake. You should not do that. So Labounty, knowing that Crash is probably going to take his Nobleman Crossouts out, takes advantage of that by setting the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer, and then maybe he can reveal that next turn, get an exile pop, and then get a punch in. That could be a ploy that Labounty's trying to set up, but we'll see. So draws into the Sangan. If he slammed the Sangan attack, he's the best player I've ever seen in my life. But he go ahead and plays the Pot of Greed. Labounty thinks about it, and again, very aggressive on the Solemn Judgment, really focusing on keeping the card advantage, trying to stay up. You got your plus off of the Pot of Greed. You don't want your opponent to get that plus off the Pot of Greed. 4,000 life points is a tall order to pay, but it might be worth it in the end if it works out. And Labounty's probably been in these situations enough times to kind of run those numbers and felt like that was the best move to make. So again, so the plan seemed to have worked. You got your Kiko set on the field. You got this Exile Force in your hand. You got your opponent set right into you, just like you wanted to do. So let's see. He's going to bring down the Exile Force according to the plan. We're going to pop the Exile Force with priority, but he hits the Sangan. So that's got to suck. You know what I'm saying? You hate hitting Sangan with Exile Force because you just gave your opponent a plus value instead of a 1-for-1, which is what you wanted. However, you do get to flip the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer, and you will get to come in with 1,800. Let's see if it goes through, or Crash uses Book of Moon. Elects to not use the Book of Moon. Go ahead and let that Sangan gets banished out of play, keeping that plus that you just got. So going in, you know you have this Gravekeeper Spy, but he's going to elect to go with the Tribe Infecting Virus play here to go ahead and clear the Kiko and see if you can come in with some full body damage, 1,600. Labounty's going to think about it, and then we're going to go ahead and absorb it. So now you went to 4,000, now you're at 2,400. Life points are getting low. You know, the game is already getting into the end game type situation for the blue corner. So you're kind of playing behind another 800s down. So now you're 1,600. You got to keep your eye on that. So Premature is played. We're going to bring back the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer, see if you can get that Sinister Serpent out of play, which is another great thing that Warrior players want to do, or anybody. If you know you're playing against a control deck, if you can disarm them from their Sinister Serpent, it kind of helps you out in the long run. The longer the game goes on, because Sinister Serpent's going to keep coming back, keep Metamorphosis, going to keep Graceful Chariot, and all that kind of stuff. This card is secretly very, very good in our format. Well, no secret. The card is just good. So getting it out of play would be great, and I think that's what Labounty wants to do. So he's going to come in with this, we'll see. He's going to come in with the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer, see if he can knock this Sinister Serpent out of play. Doesn't work. We're going to go ahead and Book Moon the Kaiko to Ghost Destroyer this time. And now Cliff is straight up. We're going to go ahead and call a Haunted and then use that effect with priority again, and we're going to pop the Tribe Infected Virus, and now Cliff is sitting there in attack position. The draw is going to be Metamorphosis. Sinister Serpent has been returned. We're going to set the Gravekeeper Spine and the Scapegoats. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Again, it's playing against Warriors deck. Again, they got Rhoda, they got level 2, they got, you know, all these things. Because sometimes I've seen this play, I've done this play a few times myself, and it has backfired where they'll hit the spy and then bring out the other spy, and then Breaker or something like that usually goes on. Or if Breaker comes down, now you have to play this and you want to get full value out of your spy. I don't know, but it's a play that Crash did, and let's see how it goes down. All right, so Labounty's thinking about it a little bit. Go ahead and goes with the Rota. So yeah, I guess it worked out this time because the level 2 is going to come out. It's going to hit the field and it's going to slice and dice and send this Gravekeeper Spy to the graveyard. But now you're backed up by these scapegoats. So you had a secondary line of defense. Scapegoats, John has to hate seeing these scapegoats on the field right now. But he does have the Strive Infecting Virus in his hand that can be an answer to any potential threat. Always keeping an answer. These guys always keep the answer in their hand. I like that. I need to make sure I'm doing that as I'm playing. So he go ahead and brings out the Thousand Eyes, very strong Thousand Eyes, able to take the Kaiko and get a plus on the little guy, doing some serious damage in the process, and sets the Book of Moon and throws it over to Labounty, who keeps drawing all these monsters. However, he does have the out with the Tribe Infected Virus. Let's see if he goes ahead and does that. Yes, he will bring down the Tribe Infecting Virus. Tribe Infecting Virus with priority is going to go ahead and smack the Thousand Eyes Restrict. And then let's see how he orders this attack. He's going to prioritize damage, but he's going to come after the set. Of course, he's going to go after the set. He's going to clear the token and try to hope that was Book of Moon, but it was not. Or excuse me, hope that was Royal Decree, but it was in fact Book of Moon. Uses Book of Moon on the cliff. Breaker's going to come down full value again, clean up the tribe, getting a plus value out of that. Draw into the snatch steal. Breaker with the counter will get snatched a lot of the time. That guy loves working for the enemy. I'm telling you, he loves being on the other side. So he's going to bring down the Blade Knight, bring down the Breaker, come on with the snatch, and he's going to push for maximum damage. Even though you have 400 health left in the game, you're punching serious damage, 3,900 points of damage with the timeliest premature burial you're going to get. So plus 1,000 coming off of the snatch deal. Premature burial is going to bring back the Tribe Infected Virus. Tribe Infected Virus is going to get sacrificed for the Mobius of Frost Monarch. Mobius Frost Monarch will then seal the game because you can attack over any of these cards, and that would just end it. So the SJC champion from Seattle has claimed victory over the SJC champion from Washington, D.C. Both of these players are extremely talented duelists, as you all know. I just really wanted to feature this match because I love new players coming to the game, and I really love veteran players who've played this game for a long time that are continuing to play this game at a high level. So I really wanted to feature this match. There will be more feature matches in the future going forward. If this is something that you want to see, or is this something that you enjoy seeing, please let me know with a like and a comment. Or if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please make sure you do that and let us know, because I have no issue with doing this type of content. It's some of my favorite content to do as well. So also, if you want your replay featured, and it's a high level competitive game from some tournament or some type of high level event, make sure you let me know, send that to me, and I could probably put that on the channel as well. I don't have an issue doing that. Also, the Goat Format War League, like I mentioned, is underway. If you want to follow these games as they're happening live, make sure you get into there, check it out. Also, go to goatformat.com Discord, get in there and stay abreast to all the tournaments as they are happening, and continue to play. If you don't play in the tournaments or the competitive scene, continue to play in either way, and either way that you want, and it'll all be good. Okay, until then, I'm JDZ. I play Ghosts. You should too. Shout out to the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace.
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.